नमस्ते सबैजनालाई। आज म हजुरसँग सधैँ चाहिँ विशेष जानकारी लिएर हजुर समक्ष आएको छु। सधैँभन्दा आज विशेष महत्त्वपूर्ण यस कारणले पनि छ, जहाँ कि आज हाम्रो रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा रहनुहुने मातापिता, दाजुभाइ, दिदीबहिनी जो हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईहरु समक्ष आज तपाईकै स्कुलको सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्ट तपाईसँग गफ गर्न आउनु भएको छ। जहाँ कि रेनल्ड्सबर्ग स्कुलले के गर्दैछ, रेनल्ड्सबर्ग स्कुलका विद्यार्थीहरूको अवस्था के छ र रेनल्ड्सबर्ग स्कुलमा अब आउँदा दिनहरूमा कस्ता खालका कार्यक्रम आउँदैछन् भन्ने विषय एउटा छ भने रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा अहिले लेभी छ अथवा विद्यालय कर भन्ने लागू भएको छ र यो विद्यालय करमा हामीले कसरी भाग लिने र यो विद्यालय कर भनेको के हो र यहाँ बस्ने बासिन्दाहरूले विद्यालय करमा कस्ता खालका भूमिकाहरू निभाउनुपर्छ करमा लागू गर्नलाई लागू नगर्नका लागि भन्ने विषयमा आज हामी विशेष कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ। र यो भन्दै गर्दा आज सबैजना जो बस्नु भएको छ हेरेर फेसबुक, युट्युब, इन्स्टाग्राम हेरेर जो बस्नु भएको छ, तपाईँ सबैलाई मेरो आज विशेष निवेदन छ कि अन्तिमसम्म हेर्नुहोला र रेनल्ड्सबर्गका साथीहरूले चाहिँ कृपया तपाईका केही क्वेशन छन् भने कृपया यहाँ राखिदिनु होला। कारण हाम्रा गाउँघरमा जो चुनाव आउँछ, चुनाव आउँदाखेरि राष्ट्रपति चुनावका बारेमा हामीलाई धेरै थाहा हुन्छ। धेरैजनाले हामीले भन्ने गर्छौँ ट्रम्प अथवा कमला कसलाई भोट लाउने भन्ने कुरा हामी गर्छौँ। तर विशेष गरेर जो हामी साना सहरमा बस्छौँ, हाम्रा लागि राष्ट्रपति चुनाव भन्दा पनि विशेष यहाँको स्थानीय चुनाव अथवा आफ्नो शहरको स्कुल डिस्ट्रिक्टको सिटीको चुनाव विशेष महत्त्वपूर्ण रहन्छ। किन यसो भनेको भन्नुहुन्छ भने दैनिक रूपमा तपाईका नानीहरू, हाम्रा नानीहरू स्कुल जाँदाखेरि कस्तो स्कुल लन्च खाने अथवा स्कुलमा कतिजना एउटा कोठामा कतिजना विद्यार्थी बस्ने, कस्ता खालका विषयहरूको पठन पाठन हुने भन्ने विषयको निर्णय भनेको लोकल स्कुल डिस्ट्रिक्टले गर्ने गर्दछ। अथवा तपाईको घरमा पानी, बिजुली अनि अथवा चिसो तातो इत्यादिको रकम कम्ती बेसी बाटो यो बनाउने कुरादेखि लिएर सबै कुराहरू भनेको यहाँको स्थानीय सरकारले गर्ने गर्दछ। त्यसकारणले हामी सबैजनाले स्थानीय चुनावमा विशेष ध्यान दिनुपर्छ। यो भन्दै गर्दा राष्ट्रपति चुनावमा होइन भनेको होइन, राष्ट्रपति चुनावको पनि छँदैछ, तर स्थानीय चुनावमा हामीले विशेष ध्यान दिनुपर्छ। त्यसै कारणले गर्दा आज हामीसँग रेनल्ड्सबर्ग स्कुलको सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्ट हामीसँग आउनु भएको छ। उहाँलाई म निम्ताउनु भन्दा अगाडि तपाईँ सबैजनालाई यो भिडियोलाई सेयर गरिदिनु होला, लाइक गरिदिनु होला। त्यो छेउको बुढी अम्लो अथवा त्यो पानको पात थिचेर चाहिँ त्यो लाइक गरिदिनु भयो भने अरू धेरै साथीकोमा पुग्छ। र यो भन्दा पनि महत्त्वपूर्ण कुरा चाहिँ तपाईले तपाईका मनमा लागेका प्रश्नहरू गरिदिनुहोस्। त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि अरू पनि साथीहरू जो हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूले यो कुरा सुन्न पाउनुहुनेछ। त त्यसो भन्दै म आज हाम्रो पाहुनालाई म निम्ताउन चाहन्छु। Namaste, Dr. Reed.
Namaste. Good evening.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Thank you. Dr. Reed, let me tell you how we'll be proceeding here. So, as usual, I'll be asking you the questions in English. Then, obviously, I'm expecting the answers in English only. Then, after that, I will interpret those answers into Nepali. And in the meantime, I also want to tell you that don't make it shorter for me to interpret. I'll not be interpreting word by word. Make your and complete your sentence, complete your answer, and I'll summarize the answer. The reason is there are many people who understand both the languages perfectly well, but there are a good number of people who understand only Nepali. My idea is to summarize and give them the concept and whatever you are telling. And if people want to know the details, they can reach out to us afterwards.
Okay.
So I'll be telling the same thing into Nepali now. मैले उहाँलाई कार्यक्रममा निम्त्याएँ। कार्यक्रम निम्ताइसके पछाडि उहाँलाई मैले भने हामी अङ्ग्रेजी र नेपाली दुईटै भाषामा कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ। उहाँले जो उत्तर भन्नुहुन्छ त उत्तरलाई छोटो नपारिदिनु होला, लामै तरिकाले भन्नु होला, किनभने म शब्दलाई उल्था गर्दिनँ। म के गर्छु भन्दा त्यसलाई छोट्याएर जति उहाँले भनेको त्यसलाई भावार्थ मात्रै भन्ने गर्छु। किनभने अधिकांश मानिसहरू जो छौँ हामी दुईटै भाषामा स्पष्टसँगले बुझ्न सक्छौँ। तर कतिजना चाहिँ नेपाली भाषा मात्रै बुझ्ने महानुभावहरू आमा बुवाहरूलाई चाहिँ यो नेपाली भाषामा उहाँको भावार्थ बुझिसकेपछि केही विशेष प्रश्नहरू आयो भने फेरि हामीलाई सोध्न सक्नुहुनेछ। र त्यति भन्दै फेरि पनि तपाईहरु सबैलाई यो शेयर गर्न नभुल्दिनु होला भन्दछु। राइट, थ्यांक यू। नाउ म अब उहाँको परिचय पढ्न चाहन्छु उहाँको let me read her introduction. Dr. Reed, let me read your introduction to our audience here. So thank you for coming today. So Dr. Reed, thank you, Dr. Reed. Dr. Tracy Reed's background reflects the commitment to education, equity, and inclusion. Dr. Reed has over 25 years of experience in diverse communities and is dedicated to improving students' outcome. Dr. Reed serves as a superintendent of Reynoldsburg City School, serving a diverse community with an enrollment of over 7,000 students with over 60 languages. Her previous senior leadership role includes Chief Academic Officer with the Sandusky City School and Fort Wayne Community School, Fort Wayne, Indiana. As an executive team member, she leads several departments including special education, English learners, title, curriculum assessment, and instruction and educational technology. Dr. Reed also served as an assistant superintendent of curriculum and instruction with Bethlehem Harbor Area School, Bethlehem Harbor, Michigan, and in addition to holding senior leadership position in 3 states, she was a teacher and assistant principal in a Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Cleveland, Ohio. That's all I'm to read. There's more to go. Thank you, Dr. Reed, for coming here today.
Mm-hmm.
So now today we'll be talking about our Reynoldsburg City School. So can you tell us about, before that, how are you doing and how is your day going on? I mean, day, pretty much a night right now.
It's been a busy day. Like most days, I met this morning. I was at a superintendent's meeting with area superintendents from Central Ohio. Learned about what legislators are talking about as it relates to K-12 education. So there are some legislative conversations going on that they shared with superintendents. So that was very, very helpful. When we go to those meetings, when I go to those meetings, I learned something new, but I also realize I have to come back and do a little homework to make sure I'm understanding what the political landscape is like and what they're talking about. And then also sharing with my team about potential impacts of some of the decisions legislators make that impact us as a district. One of my goals is to become more active with our legislators. So the representatives that represent Reynoldsburg City Schools. And yesterday we had a wonderful opportunity. We had principal for the day, and Michelle Reynolds, one of the state superintendents, was the state superintendent. One of the state senators visited our school. So that was really great. And she got to see what we're doing. So that was really positive experience to be able to start having those conversations with people like her about what we're doing in our schools. So that's a lot of what today was.
Thank you. मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ आजको दिन तपाईँ कस्तो हुँदैछ र के गर्नु हुँदैछ भनेर सोधेको थिएँ। त्यसको उत्तरमा उहाँले लामो जवाब दिनुभयो, जस्तो कि आज उहाँको सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्ट यहाँका क्षेत्रका सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्टको बैठक थियो। त्यो बैठकमा सहभागी भए। त्यो बैठकमा सहभागी भइसकेपछि धेरै कुरा सिकियो, धेरै कुरा जानियो। त्यहाँ गएपछि आइसके पछाडि एउटा मैले गृह कार्य अथवा होमवर्क पनि लिएर आएँ। तर हिजो हाम्रो सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्ट प्रिन्सिपल अफ द डे भन्ने कार्यक्रम हाम्रो स्कुलमा परिराखेको थियो। त्यसमा मिचेल रोनाल्ड जो यहाँको हाम्रो सेनेटर हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो एरियाको, उहाँ पनि हाम्रो स्कुलमा आउनु भएको थियो र उहाँ हाम्रो स्कुलमा आउनु भनेको एउटा भयंकर सकारात्मक कुरा हो, जहाँ कि उहाँले आफ्नै आँखाले आएर हाम्रो स्कुलमा के हुँदैछ कस्तो हुँदैछ भन्ने अवस्था देख्नुभयो। यो कुरादेखि म धेरै सन्तुष्टि र खुसी भएकी छु भन्नुभयो। र त्यो गर्दै गर्दा अर्को पनि म यो स्कुलमा अहिले काम गर्दै गर्दा यहाँको नेतृत्वसँग, जुन चाहिँ स्टेटको नेतृत्वसँग छ, राज्यको नेतृत्वसँग काम गर्नको लागि धेरै आतुर छु र काम गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा पनि मलाई लागेको छ भन्ने कुरा हुँदैछ। Thank you, Dr. Reed. Now let's go within that one. I have a question now. Comparing that, because you met with the multiple superintendent today itself, what is the status of Reynoldsburg City School when you compare with other schools around in terms of academic or any other parameters that you see on a regular day-to-day basis?
I think we're very when I say competitive, we're similar in many respects, but different in some respects. Our high number of English language learners are is something that is not all over the area, but when I talk to my colleagues, other superintendents, they see growing numbers of English language learners as well. And so just making sure that we do things like making sure that the parents of our English learners have access to interpreted documents, and making sure that we have interpreters available. Those are some of the things. When I look at our report card, we received as a district 3 out of 5 stars. So it's not bad. Do I want to improve? Do I want to have 5 stars? Definitely. But I also realize that we're still catching up and closing gaps that occurred as a result of COVID, the pandemic. So we're working very hard to make sure we close those learning gaps, and we help our students be successful. And when we talk about some of our English learners, we are working to help them not only learn English, but we also have to teach them the content. And what we're finding sometimes is our student English learners, they just need a little bit more support because they're doing both. So we work very hard with that.
धन्यवाद, थ्याङ्क यू। धन्यवाद। मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ, उहाँले सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्टसँग भेटेँ भन्दाखेरि यहाँका वरिपरिका स्कुलहरूसँग तुलना गर्दा हाम्रो स्कुलको अवस्था कस्तो छ त भनेर मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ। त्यसको जवाबमा उहाँ भन्नुहुन्छ, अरू स्कुलको तुलनामा हाम्रो स्कुल बराबरीकै हैसियतमा छ, तर हाम्रो स्कुलको आफ्नै विशेषता छ। जस्तो कि हाम्रा स्कुलमा भनेको धेरै विद्यार्थीहरू जो अङ्ग्रेजी भाषा सिक्ने विद्यार्थीहरू छन्, जसको अर्थ हो जो चाहिँ हाम्रा नानीहरू धेरै छन् भन्ने बुझ्न पनि सकिन्छ यहाँबाट। उहाँले त यो भन्नु भएन। र त्यस कारणले अरू डिस्ट्रिक्टभन्दा हाम्रो डिस्ट्रिक्ट पृथक पनि छ छनका लागि। र समग्रमा हेर्नु पर्दाखेरि डिस्ट्रिक्टको ग्रेडिङको हिसाब गर्दाखेरि 5 मा 3 आएको छ हाम्रो स्कुलको। त साह्रै नराम्रो चाहिँ होइन। म चाहना त 5 मा 5 आओस् भन्न चाहन्छु, तर 3 आएको छ, त्यसलाई 5 बनाउनलाई कोसिस गर्नुपर्छ। तर समग्रमा भन्नुपर्दा हाम्रो स्कुलको धेरै राम्रै कुरा देखिन्छ भन्नुभएको छ। Thank you. So Champa Chetri is asking, I have a question about Reynoldsburg School to Dr. Reed. How can I ask her directly now? Champa Chetri ji, you can ask right now. You can write your question and Dr. Reed is here to answer your question. You can just print there as you are printing, and you can ask her directly right now. As we go, we'll be asking your question to her. Thank you, Dr. Reed. So now you put me into the next question, which I have prepared, but we really get into the next part. You brought that pandemic thing right now. So there were several different challenges during pandemics. We can, I can name around 20 in my finger itself. Like I keep on counting that all day at home to kids playing and instead of reading and all those things. I know, I remember my son itself, like, he used to play games instead of focusing on the subject matter until like first 20-30 days I realized that he was not paying attention. Then I found out, and all those things were there. And we also had some kind of funding challenges, but we had some kind of emergency funding. Can you talk about those challenges and how did we overcome? Then we'll go into our main topic today.
Okay. So during the pandemic, almost every school district had to transition from face-to-face learning to some type of virtual learning, so that many districts did not have the technology. So there has been a lot of investment in technology and making sure students and families have access not just to a laptop computer, but also Wi-Fi. So that was one of the financial challenges. And that was, I won't say it was resolved. It was assisted. The federal government assisted many districts by providing us with what we call ESSER funds, with federal funds, to help offset the cost of the technology and the shifts in learning environments. We had to get software to support virtual learning that we did not have before. So the federal funds from the government helped us close those gaps. One of the things that we've realized as a result of the pandemic was many students didn't learn real well. whether it's they preferred to play video games and didn't read or didn't do the work, or some other reason. Some students just weren't successful. And so they came back to school, say in the next grade level, and they were behind. They had not mastered some of the skills that they needed. And so in addition to trying to teach grade level content, there was a lot of, I call it filling gaps. And so we had summer programs, after school programs, many districts. And again, that was by the federal dollars, we call ESSER dollars. And so we've been trying to fill those gaps. In addition to the academics, we know that some students they weren't playing and socializing. Being at home in isolation caused some challenges with mental health. And so we're seeing and being able to play with your peers and play appropriately. We see a lot of that came out of the pandemic. And so now we're having to help with those social skills and being able to talk to your peers appropriately, being able to play, able to have conversations. So we've been working to fill those gaps, and we've been doing that with social workers and counselors. And again, those ESSER dollars help to fund a lot of that over the last several years.
Thank you. मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ, पेन्डेमिकको बेला हाम्रो आफ्नै चुनौतीहरू थिए, अब अहिले गइसकेपछि फाल्टै चुनौतीहरू आएका छन्। यी चुनौतीहरूलाई कसरी पुरा गर्नुभयो? जस्तो कि पेन्डेमिकको बेला हाम्रो नानीहरूले घरमा बसेर पढ्दाखेरि कम्प्युटरमा गएर बस्दा कतिचोटि गेम खेलेर समय बिताइरहेका हुन्थे, अनि भरे चाल पाउँदाखेरि के गरे कसो गरेको देख्न सकिन्थ्यो। तर अब यसका लागि अर्को च्यालेन्जहरू के छन् भन्दा, अब पेन्डेमिकको बेला विभिन्न च्यालेन्जेसहरू आए, जस्तो कि अब घरमा स्कुलमा नानीहरू गएर पढ्ने भन्दा घरैमा बसेर पढ्ने, कम्प्युटरमा भर्चुअल सेटिङमा जुममा पढ्ने खालको व्यवस्था आयो। त्यो व्यवस्थाका साथसाथै के भयो त भन्दा, अब घरमा वाइफाई नहुने, कतिजनाको ल्यापटप नहुने, कतिजना कम्प्युटर नहुने, यस्ता खालका विभिन्न समस्या भएका कारणले गर्दाखेरि केन्द्र सरकारले हामीलाई चाहिँ कतिवटा एसर डलर भन्ने फन्डिङ प्रदान गरेको थियो। त्यो फन्डिङका साथले गर्दाखेरि हामीले धेरै कामहरू गर्न सम्भव भयो। तर त्यो हुँदाहुँदै पनि, जस्तै नानीहरू स्कुल गएर पढ्दाखेरि नानी अर्को विद्यार्थीसँग भेट्ने, गफ गर्ने, खेल्ने, रमाउने, उफ्रिने खालका जो क्रियाकलाप हुन्थे, घरमा बस्दा नानीहरूको ती सबै हटाए, त्यो गर्न पाएनन्। त्यो नपाइसके पछाडि नानीहरूको के भयो भन्दा, मानसिक रूपमा नानीहरूलाई धेरै अप्ठ्यारो पर्न गयो, किनभने घरमै बसिरहनु पर्ने, कोही साथीसँग नभेट्ने, र त्यसको असर आज देखिरहेको छ। हुन त नानीहरू अहिले पेन्डेमिक सकियो, स्कुल जान थाले, तर त्यसको असर अहिले परिरहेको छ र विभिन्न किसिमको खर्चको अवस्था अहिले अप्ठ्यारो परिरहेको छ। र यस्ता खालका चुनौतीहरू पहिले थिए पनि अहिले आएका छन्। यी चुनौतीहरूको सामना हामी गर्नु परेको छ। All right, thank you, Dr. Reed. Now we are going to talk about, we will be taking the questions from the audience. Audience, please do share this video, like and comment and put your questions there. We'll try to answer all of your questions as much as possible in 1 hour time. So now a main topic that we are here today to talk about is levy. And first, can you just give me the background? How is the school funding works? You don't have to go in the minor details like this much from the state, this much, all those details. I don't need it. But because to run the school, there has to have some money. Where does the money come from and how we spend that money? Very, very general. Then I'll go into details about the levy things.
Okay. So in general terms, school funding is a partnership between the community and the state. So the state gives a portion of money to a district, a school system, and the community, based on its property tax values, they levy money to give to the schools. And so recently, the new funding formula, based on the new funding formula and the new property tax evaluations, what they're saying is that Reynoldsburg is wealthier, and as a result, the money that the state gives us is less. And so because our property tax values, many people will know that their taxes increased recently, and many people think that that money comes to us. So someone I know said, well, I'm already paying more taxes. And I said, but we don't get that money. We have to come to the community and say, we need more money. So when the property tax values increases in the community, the amount of money that the state gives us decreases. And so right now, that is what's happening in Reynoldsburg. What the state is giving us is decreasing, and we have to come to the community to ask them for additional money. Now, the other piece of this, I will just say, is there has not been new money in Reynoldsburg since 2010. So that was the last time they approved a levy, and we got additional money.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ स्कुल चल्नका लागि खर्च चाहिन्छ, यो खर्च स्कुलमा कसरी आउँछ र यसलाई कसरी खर्च गरिन्छ भन्ने विषयको प्रश्न उहाँलाई गरेको थिएँ। उहाँले लामो उत्तर दिनुभएको छ। तर हामीले बुझ्नका लागि उहाँले भनेको उत्तरलाई समेट्दै म अलिकति थपेर पनि भन्छु। हेर्नुहोस्, अब हाम्रो नानीहरू स्कुल जान्छन् भने नानीहरूले पढ्दै गर्दाखेरि त्यो नानीलाई पढाउनका हाम्रा नानीहरूलाई पढाउनका लागि खर्च त पक्का हुन्छ। त्यो खर्च गर्नका लागि चाहिँ हाम्रो स्कुललाई, यहाँको सरकारी स्कुल भनौँ, यहाँको स्कुल्सलाई दुई किसिमले खर्च आउँछ। एउटा स्टेट गभर्नमेन्टबाट पैसा आउँछ, अर्को कम्युनिटी भनेको हाम्रो सिटी अथवा काउन्टीबाट पैसा जान्छ, हाम्रो रेसिडेन्टबाट पैसा जान्छ। अब त्यो खर्च आएका कारणले स्टेटबाट आएको पनि हाम्रो ट्याक्सकै पैसा हो र कम्युनिटीबाट आएको पनि ट्याक्सकै पैसा हो। फाल्टे फाल्टे स्रोत छन्, तिनीहरूका आफ्नै छन्, त्यो पाटाबाट नजाउँ अहिले हामी। तर यो रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा अब सबै स्कुलतिर चाहिँ अब नयाँ स्कुलबाट नयाँ कानुन आएको छ। त्यो कानुन मुताबिक पैसा आउने गर्छ, कति स्टेटले दिने र कति आफ्नो कम्युनिटीबाट उठाउने भन्ने एउटा कानुनको एउटा हिसाब किताब छ। त्यो हिसाब किताब मुताबिक स्टेटले दिने रकम चाहिँ घट्दो छ अहिले र आफ्नो कम्युनिटीबाट उठाउने पैसा बढाउनु पर्छ। कारण किन भन्दाखेरि स्टेटको नजरमा, हेर्नुहोस् है, कुरा ख्याल गर्नु पर्यो, स्टेटको नजरमा हामी रेनोल्ड्सबर्ग चाहिँ हाम्रो प्रपर्टी भ्यालु बढेकाले हामी धनी भएका छौँ र हामी धनी छौँ भने स्टेटले के भन्छ त भन्दा तिमीहरू धनी छौ, तिमीहरूले आफ्नो स्कुल आफै सम्हाल्न सक्छौ, तिमीहरू खर्च आफै जुटाऊ भन्ने गर्छ। र त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि स्कुल स्टेटले दिने रकम घटेको छ र हाम्रो कम्युनिटीबाट आफै उठाउनु पर्ने अवस्था भएको छ। एउटा टोकरी छ भने टोकरीमा स्टेटले दिने चाहिँ पैसा घटेको आएको छ र त्यस कारणले अहिले आएर चाहिँ रेनोल्ड्सबर्गले आफूलाई चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ नयाँ लेभी अथवा नयाँ कर लागू गरेर त्यो जुन चाहिँ एउटा टोकरो छ त्यसलाई भर्ने काम गर्नका लागि कोसिस गर्दै गरेको अवस्था छ। यो कुरा मैले हजुरलाई बताएँ। अब थ्याङ्क यू Dr. Reed. Now I'll be taking question from audience, but let's take our question first, then I will come back to the questions from the audience. तर तपाईँ जो हेर्नु हुँदैछ, तपाईँ सबैलाई म के भन्छु भने कृपया तपाईले नजानेको कुरा के छ भने त्यसको लागि प्रश्न राखिदिनु होला। तपाईको प्रश्नको उत्तर हामी सकेसम्म दिन कोसिस गर्नेछौँ, जहाँ बुझ्नु भएको छैन भने, र यसलाई शेयर गर्न र लाइक गर्न नभुल्दिनु होला। So, Dr. Reed, thank you for explaining that state funding and the community funding as a very complicated answer. Though the question is very simple, but I understand that the complications of those things. So, how I explain is like there is one part that state thinks that we as a community are richer. So, state thinks that we can bring that money to fill that part, and the state is reducing their portion of the contribution. So now as a community, we are supposed to be fill that part and do whatever needs to be done. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's how I told in Nepali. So the next question is, yes, you mentioned that for last 10 years, we are not asking for any levy in the school. I think the latest one was 2010, I believe, or maybe before that. I don't remember actual date.
No, it's 2010.
2010. Okay, then I was right. 14 years. So why it is now? I know that many other school districts, they do 2 to 3 years. Every 2 to 3 years, their levy comes and goes. Sometimes passes, sometimes doesn't pass. But Reynoldsburg waited for 14 years. Why is that? Why is this?
I think there's two reasons. One, I think they were very fiscally conservative in their spending of money previously. I think so. They made sure that they didn't overspend, so to speak. And so it's like they saved money where they could. So they had a good savings account.
You are lagging. Your internet is
dollars
lagging.
that were helped. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but continue.
Okay. So then the ESSER dollars that we received from the federal government also helped us. And then we also realized, just like families are dealing with inflation, school districts are dealing with inflation and higher prices. So diesel fuel, groceries, or resources to pay to make school lunches and breakfast, those things increase. Teacher salaries. We have to be competitive with teacher salaries. So there have been increases in our expenditures. We have to pay electric bills. We pay for heat, air condition. We pay all of the utilities that families have to pay for. When those prices go up for families, they go up for districts. And we've been because we had I call it a savings, we were able to draw on that savings. I will also say that we've had increases in expenditures in recent years because, as I said before, we have more EL students. So when you have more EL students or students with special education needs, you have to provide more supports and more services. So for general education, native English speaker, you may have in elementary school, you may have one teacher and maybe a reading specialist, maybe to support that child. A student with a disability may have a teacher, a general education teacher, and a special education teacher. They may need physical therapy. So they need a lot more than a general education student. So the cost, because our number of students students with disabilities have increased, I call it that bucket has increased. Those expenses have increased. And the same thing with our EL students. They need someone to teach English and they need someone to teach, I call it the general content.
Thank you, Dr.
So
Reed.
I hope that helps.
Yes, deफिनेटली थ्याङ्क यू डाक्टर रेड। मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा 2010मा यहाँभन्दा अगाडि लेबी ल्याएको थियो र 24 भएपछि 14 वर्षसम्म चाहिँ किन थिएन अहिले थियो भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ पहिलो कुरा चाहिँ रेनल्ड्सबर्गले जो खर्च गर्दाखेरि साह्रै ध्यान दिएर नहुने मात्रै खर्च गरेर पैसा बचौतमा उहाँहरू धेरै राम्रो काम गरिराख्नु भएको थियो, त्यस कारणले सम्भव भएको भन्ने एउटा कुरा गर्नुभयो भने दोस्रो कुरा चाहिँ अब दिनदिनै वर्षेनी दिन बित्दै जाँदाखेरि सबै थोकको भाउ बढेको छ। जस्तो कि बिजुलीको स्कुलमा बिजुलीको खर्च जो हुन्छ त्यो खर्चको नि दाम बढेको छ, गाडीको मर्तेल डिजल लाउनु पर्दा ग्यास लाउनु पर्दा गाडीको त्यसको पनि दाम बढेको छ, युटिलिटिजको तातो चिसोको त्यसको पनि दाम बढेको छ र शिक्षकको वेतन स्यालेरी पनि बढाउनु पर्छ। कारण किनभने हाम्रो स्कुलमा शिक्षकलाई अरूको जस्तै कम्पिटेटिभ स्यालेरी दिएन भने उनीहरूले स्कुल छोडेर अन्त जाने गर्छन्। पोहोरको सालको त हाम्रो बस ड्राइभरको कुरा पनि हामीले सुनेकै थियौँ। यी विभिन्न कुरा भएका कारणले गर्दाखेरि गएको 10 वर्ष 14 वर्ष नपरे तापनि यसपालि चाहिँ हामीलाई यो खर्चले साह्रो परेको हुँदाखेरि यो बढाउनु पर्ने अवस्था आएको छ भन्नुभएको छ। Thank you, Dr. Reed. I think you pretty much answered very big chunk of my questions. So let's take a few questions from audience. Then I have other questions for you. Okay. There is one question from, let me go on the top. Okay. All right. So now here's the question. You are asking us for us to pass a levy, which you are asking us to pass a levy, which we do not. You can see you can read the question there, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is what my response to that. I've only been in the district for 18 months. In 18 months, I have not made a decision that was, I call it arbitrary. I use data to inform my decision making. I include my board in the decision. My team is relatively new. I think only a few of us were here, say, I don't know if anybody was here like 4 years ago. I think our team is pretty new. And so the trust, I'm not sure who people don't trust because I'm new and my team is new. And so we are doing things that we think are very transparent. If people have questions, we try to answer them. We had the town hall meetings. I have a parent congress that I meet with our parents every quarter. I have a student advisory group. I talk to my students. We share information, and we do the very best we can to communicate with our community. I will tell you that we're reviewing. So, for example, we're looking at our strategic plan. We want parent engagement in what the strategic plan looks like in the future. So we'll have stakeholder feedback. I can't speak to what happened prior to my coming to the district. I just know in the 18 months that I've been here that I've done the very best I can to be honest and transparent and to respond to any questions that are being asked of me.
Thank you. उहाँको प्रश्न थियो, उहाँको अहिलेको प्रश्नमा जहाँ थियो यो स्कुलमा तपाईहरु पैसा बढाउनु भन्नु हुँदैछ, पैसा बढाउनु भन्नको लागि मान्छेहरुलाई भोट यस गर्न लाउनु पर्ने अवस्था छ। यस कसरी भन्नुहुन्छ त मान्छेलाई विश्वासै छैन, अगाडि कतिवटा कुरा गल्ती गरेका छन् भने तपाईको भनाइ के छ त भन्ने प्रश्न सोध्नु भएको थियो। त्यसमा भन्नुहुन्छ म आउनुभन्दा अगाडि जति बेला म स्कुल डिस्ट्रिक्टमा थिइन, म त्यसको विषयमा त म वकालत गर्न सक्दिन। म आएको 18 महिना भयो, मैले 18 महिनादेखि यता मान्छेहरुसँग जाने, भेट्ने, गफ गर्ने र के हुँदैछ भने सकेसम्म स्पष्टीकरण दिने र अभिभावकका समूहसँग गएर भेट्ने र टाउन हलमा गएर कुराकानी गर्ने मान्छेहरुलाई भएको कुरा जो छ सबै जस्ताको तस्तै बताउने काम गरेकी छु। सकेसम्म मेरो बौद्धिक क्षमताले बिहेभियरको उत्तम काम गर्न कोसिस गरेको छु र हामीसँग विभिन्न समितिहरु छन्, ती समितिहरुलाई प्रयोग गरेर पनि काम गर्ने गरेको छु। त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि यहाँबाट आउने दिनमा पनि यस्तै काम गर्दाखेरि ठीक हुन्छ भन्ने कुरामा म विश्वस्त छु भन्नुहुँदैछ। Thank you, Dr. Reed. Now there's next question here, which you covered a little bit of it. Despite many property owners in Ohio seeing increase in their taxes after property reassessments recently, school districts are continuing to have asks for voters' support for new levies. What is the reason, I think?
It's based on the state funding formula. When we need additional resources, we can go to no one but our community. So when prices go up, when expenses go up, we have to reach out to our community. The state will not give us additional funding. So, and it goes back to, if the state says that the community can afford, based on their data, say that the community can afford to pay, they decrease what we get from them. And then we have to go to the community to ask for additional resources. We don't have another option that will give us a continual stream of income to meet the needs of our students.
Thank you. We covered this part. अघि पनि यसको जवाब दिएको थियो, जस्तो कि स्टेटले निर्णय गर्ने गर्छ। स्टेटको फन्डिङ हिसाबमा हाम्रो प्रपर्टीको भ्यालु जति बढे तापनि स्टेटले चाहिँ तिम्रो यो आफ्नो शहर चाहिँ धनी छ भने उले निर्णय गरिसके पछाडी उले दिने रकमलाई घटाउँछ र आफ्नो समाजले आफै त्यो पैसा उठाउनु पर्ने अवस्था आउँछ। र त्यसकारणले गर्दा उनीहरुको हिसाबमा, उनीहरुको भनाइमा हामी धनी भएका छौं अहिले र धनी भइसकेपछि आफ्नो फर्ज, आफ्नो गोजीको पैसा लगाएर आफ्नो स्कुल थाम्नु पर्छ भन्ने उहाँहरुको भनाइ हो। Now the next question is, what is the percentage of funding from state versus property taxes? I can't fathom how the increase of property values should affect the state money flow, and what is the percentage of federal money?
So those are very good questions, and right off of the top of my head, I don't know the percentages, but I will say this: if they email me, we can get them that information. I would work with the treasurer. She can probably pull that data.
Thank you. त्यो पर्सेन्टेजको हिसाबमा उहाँले भन्न म सक्दिन, तर सही कुरा हो, त्यसको लागि म डेटा तानेर भन्न सक्छु भन्ने कुरा दिनुभयो. So there's one question is in Nepali now. Let me read that for you. यसपालि मात्रै मेरो $1000 प्रपर्टी ट्याक्स बढेको छ, अझै बढ्यो भने चाहिँ रेनोल्ड्सबाट भाग्ने बेला भएछ. र भक्ति अधिकारी is telling this year only I have increased $1,000 my property tax. If it's increased again, I need to run away from Reynoldsburg. That's what he's telling. So now
Okay.
let's go to the
I
next
understand.
question. We have many questions to read. All right. We'll come back to the next question again. Thank you, Dr. Reed, for answering. So the
Mhm.
next question is, I have a few questions for you. Going back to our topic now, what are the most immediate needs that this levy address, and how will the district impact students' daily educational experiences? Like we're talking that the pot is partially empty or getting emptier.
Mhm.
What are these impacts of the levy now?
So the levy that we're asking for is an emergency operating levy, and it will allow us to continue providing the services that we currently provide. We are currently deficit spending, which means that we're spending more than we have coming in. So, and the reason why we're spending more is because costs have gone up, and things that we did off of ESSER, we no longer have ESSER dollars, the federal dollars. And so did not want to just cut some of those programs and services. So for example, we have social workers in the district. And so we didn't want to just say we're going to get rid of all of the social workers and, stop having them. We went and we took that expense. We were paying for it out of ESSER. We're now putting it in the general fund. So we're now spending more than we had before. So the goal with the levy is to allow us to continue to provide the programs and services that our students currently have and need. So there wouldn't be a whole lot of specialized programs added. It would just be allowing us to continue what we're currently doing. And so that is that's the reason why we have it. So, for example, the social workers, we've added, I believe it's been 3 safety and security officers in the last couple of years. We've added, um, oh, we have assistant principals at all of our elementary schools to support our teachers, and as well as being helping our principals because they have a lot of things on their plate to do. So though it would allow us to keep those things going.
Thank you. सो मैले सोधेको थिएँ यो के हो त, यसमा अब तुरुन्तै सहयोग गर्ने के छ त भन्दा उहाँले धेरै मजाले व्याख्या गर्नुभएको छ। तपाईँलाई म छोटो पारेर भन्छु, जहाँ कि मैले अघि भनेको जस्तै हामीले धेरै ध्यान दिएर बुझ्नुपर्ने कुरा छ है यहाँनिर। किनभने हामीलाई ठिक छ हाम्रो ट्याक्स बढ्छ भन्ने कुरा त एउटा पाटो छ भने हामीले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने कुरा जब हाम्रा नानीहरू विद्यालयमा छन् भनेदेखि यो विद्यालयमा एउटा भाँडो छ पैसा राख्ने भनौँ, एउटा ढिकुटी छ, ढिकुटीमा आउने स्रोत दुईटा थिए र जाने स्रोत एउटा छ। जो जाने स्रोतबाट पैसा जो निक्लिँदैछ, जो खर्च हुँदैछ, खर्च घटेको छैन, खर्च बढ्दो छ। तर आउने स्रोत जो हो स्टेटबाट आउने स्रोत हो, त्यो स्रोत घटेको छ। त्यसको अर्थ के भयो त भन्दा हाम्रो त्यो पैसा राख्ने ढिकुटी भने ढिकुटीमा आधा आधा गर्दै 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 गयो। जस्तो कि आमदामी भन्दा खर्च बढी भएको अवस्था छ। र अहिलेको लेभीले आइसके पछाडि चाहिँ बढाएर त खर्च आमदामी धेरै बनाउने होइन, जस्ताको तस्ता यथास्थितिमा राख्नका लागि सहयोग गर्ने मात्रै हो। र यो किन आवश्यक पर्यो त भन्दाखेरि अब हाम्रो स्कुलमा सोशल वर्करहरू राखिएको छ। जस्तो कि हाम्रो नानीहरूलाई कतिवटा अवस्थामा सोशल वर्करको आवश्यकता पर्छ, सोशल वर्करको राखिएको छ। अब हामीले दिनदिन स्कुलमा खतरा छ भन्छौँ, खतराका लागि स्कुलमा सेक्युरिटी अफिसर, पुलिस अफिसरहरू जानुहुन्छ, उहाँहरूलाई पनि खर्च हुन्छ। साथसाथै स्कुलमा विद्यार्थीहरूलाई पढाइमा राम्रो छैन भन्छौँ र एसिस्टेन्ट प्रिन्सिपल राखेको, प्रिन्सिपललाई र टिचरलाई सहायता गर्नका लागि यी सबै कुराहरूलाई धान्नका लागि चाहिँ हामीलाई यो अहिलेको इमर्जेन्सी फन्डिङ अथवा लेभीको आवश्यकता परेको अवस्था छ भन्नुभएको छ। Thank you, Dr. Reed. Now, I have a questions from audience. Let's take this question now. DN Regmi is asking, when we hear about the word levy, many of us get anxious about increase in the property tax. But do you mind to give one example with a set of number in a percentage and actual amount to explain how much property owners could expect from the current tax if voters approve? If a levy get passed, what will be the increase in the property value, that's in taxes?
Okay, so we're requesting a 6.5 mil 5-year operating levy, and it will raise $8.5 million annually, and that would raise $233 per $100,000 of appraised value for property owners. Now, I'm a very visual learner, so I don't know. I would love to see if I could present and take people to our district website, because we have a calculator. Would I be? Do you think I could do that? And then it would show them specifically.
I don't know. Slide says maybe you can share screens. Can I try, because we didn't try that before?
No, well, and so even if I can't do it, if they go to our district website, they go to there's a set of I call it fingers on the left hand side, and there was one that says levy 2024. And what they can do is they scroll down and there's a calculator, and so you click on it, you put what your estimated tax value is for how much your house is valued at. So if your house is, say they said it was 300,000, you put 300,000 in there, it will calculate how much you would have to pay per month. And so that will give you an idea on what you could potentially be paying.
Is this Dr. Is it the one? Can you see this one?
Yes.
So if it's $100,000 home, yes. This is the increase. Is that correct? Can you see this one?
Yes. So monthly increase would be $19. So so what if you put 300,000 in it?
Okay.
And I don't know what the average home value is in Reynoldsburg, but I'm hearing it's a lot.
Okay. For $300,000 house, the monthly tax increase will be $58, and annual increase is $698. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
All right, thank you. Now,
so people can go on there and they can find it out for their particular house where they live at.
Okay. म तपाईहरु जो हेर्नुहुन्छ हैन, सबै साथीभाइहरुलाई डिएन रेग्मी भाइ तपाईले जो प्रश्न गर्नुभयो बहुत सही प्रश्न उठाउनु भएको थियो, र हामीलाई जति बेला ट्याक्स बढ्छ, लेभी बढ्छ भन्ने बित्तिकै क्वेशन आउँछ, कति बढ्छ, कति हुन्छ पैसा भन्ने कुरा आउँछ। जबकोस तपाईको घरको दाम चाहिँ 300,000 को घर छ भने तपाईको ट्याक्सेबल भ्यालु घरको भने 1,05,000 हो, र तपाईको सालमा बढ्ने भने महिनाको $58 महिनाको तपाई बढ्छ भने एक सालमा चाहिँ $698 $700 सालको वृद्धि हुन्छ ट्याक्समा। जहाँ कि आफ्नो नानीको शिक्षाको कुरा जो आउँछ त्यसका लागि चाहिँ नानीको शिक्षाका लागि हामीले महिनाको $58 हामीले हाम्रो ट्याक्समा वृद्धि हुन्छ। हामीले त्यसलाई नि हेर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। Thank you, Dr. Reed. So I think it is a little bit clear, but let me tell in the way I understand. How I understand this is when I go into the computer and key in the number, is much easier to see. But my understanding is for $100,000 house, the increase is $19, which I said $20. $20 per month will increase. That I'm paying $20 per month for my child. So if I have one child, if I have two children, I'm paying $10 per month for my extra dollars for my children. That's how I think. I have two children in my school. So for every $100,000, I am paying $10 per children. That's how I understood it myself, because I have two children going to school. So सबैजना साथीहरुलाई म के भन्छु भने तपाईको घरको दाम चाहिँ 100,000 को छ, अथवा घरको दाम चाहिँ 100,000 को छ भनेदेखि महिनामारी बढ्ने भनेको $20 बढ्न सक्छ, बढ्छ। अर्थात् तपाईको घरमा दुईजना विद्यार्थीहरु स्कुल जाँदैछन् भने तपाईले महिनाको प्रत्येक विद्यार्थी बराबर $10 चाहिँ स्कुललाई आफ्नो नानीको शिक्षाका लागि दिदै हुनुहुन्छ भनेर बुझ्नुपर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ। Thank you, DN Bhai, for asking this question. If you need the more clarification, please ask. तपाईलाई यो प्रश्नको जवाब आएन भने फेरि सोध्नु होला, म फेरि पनि तपाईलाई स्लाइडमा गएर देखाउन सक्ने छु। Okay, let's take a question from audience now. The next question, so I think this one, Bhakti Regmi is asking, Bhakti Adhikar is asking, what with the expansion of my warehouse and apartment in Reynoldsburg, I have observed substantial forest clearance for building projects. Are the resulting property owners liable for higher taxes, or is this burden solely for existing property owners? Dr. Reed, can you answer this question, or this is for me to answer?
I not sure. I think I know what they're asking, but I would probably need a little bit more clarification.
So I think I also did not get clear thing, but my understanding is, will the apartment pay the school taxes? And yes, they do. I don't have a number, but yes, apartment and all the residents, including the businesses, they contribute towards the welfare of the school, or let's say well-being of the school. So everyone will pay. So I think that's a bigger answer. भक्तिजी तपाईँले जो भन्नुभएको छ त्यसको उत्तर, I think Dr. Reid, you can answer this question in details afterwards once you somebody can answer in this Facebook. But in general, I think that is the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the next question is here. Dr. Reid, in addition to passing the levy in conjunction with the state funding, are there any other avenues to increase funding in the district, like scholarship? Also, does the levy affect local businesses? Also, are there any expenditure that this levy cannot be used on?
Yes. So the first part of the question,
Oh,
the first part of the question was, thank you. I anticipate there will be an impact on businesses. Does the district look for other revenues? Yes, in the form of grants. And when I say that, so I've been in districts that have written grants and gotten funding, but typically when you write a grant, it's for a specific project. So you have to be mindful of what you're signing on for. And the other part is, when you apply for grants, you want to make sure that it doesn't just help with initiating whatever the project is, but that afterwards you can sustain it. So we do look for grants that can help fund some things that we might want to have occur in the district. And then are there expenditures that this levy cannot be used for? So this is not a levy or a bond, or let me just say this, it's not a bond. A bond would allow us to, say, build a new building. And so this would not be used to, say, build a new building, because that was a question that someone asked me. Can we use that money to build a new building? No, we would not use it for something like that.
Thank you. It was a very long answer. I also lost track of that answer anyway. उहाँले भन्नुभएको छ कतिवटा ग्रान्ट अरू कुनै कुनै आय स्रोतहरू चाहिँ छ कि छैन स्कुललाई गर्दा, अरू पनि हुन्छन्, ग्रान्ट फन्डिङ पनि हुन्छ, तर कतिवटा कुरा ग्रान्ट फन्डिङको समस्या के हुन्छ भने ग्रान्ट फन्डिङ आइसकेपछि उनीहरूले काम सुरु गर्छन् र कन्टिन्युस नगर्ने हुन्छ। हामी जस्ता कस्ता ग्रान्ट फन्डिङ छन् जहाँबाट चाहिँ सदा सर्वदा हुने कन्टिन्युस हुने खालकालाई हेर्ने गर्छौँ, तर त्यो ग्रान्ट आउने बित्तिकै त्यस पछाडि अरू केही जोडिएको हुन्छ, त्यो समस्या छँदैछ। तर त्यो भन्दै गर्दाखेरि अब यो पैसा जुन यो लेभीबाट आएको पैसाले नयाँ बिल्डिङ बनाउनका लागि, नयाँ काम गर्नका लागि हामी गर्दैनौँ। जो अहिले रहेको सुविधा स्कुलमा रहेको कार्यक्रम छ त्यही कार्यक्रमलाई यथावत राख्नका लागि मात्रै हामीले काम गर्ने गर्छौँ भन्नुभएको छ। Thank you. So now there's one more question, and from the audience I have a few more questions. Dr. Reid, we have almost getting out of time, but so one question is Ganga Lamitare is asking. Ganga Lamitare is one of the renowned person in our community. He is very much well known. He is a literary figure of our community. He also is known as Bhisma Pitamaha, means he's the highest, very highly recognized person in our community. So his question is maybe a sarcastic, maybe, I don't know. बच्चा नभएका घरको चाहिँ के किन ट्याक्स बढेको? If they don't have a children, why the tax has been increased? That is the question.
So in my experience, a school system is a reflection of a community's commitment to their children. So the question become I always ask, so are we committed to doing what's best for our children? And individuals have to answer that question. I also know that you have to balance that with people's financial situation. Everyone is different, but I see a tax levy for schools being an investment in your community.
थ्याङ्क यू गङ्गा दाई हजुरले सोधेको प्रश्न मैले सोधिदिएर थिएँ तर के हो भने हाम्रो बच्चाहरू भनेको हाम्रो समाजको सबै हाम्रो उत्तरदायित्व हो बच्चाको शिक्षा दिन भनेर तपाईँले त जान्नुभएकै हो समाजमा जमानादेखि खटेर आउनुभएको र समाजको बच्चाहरूलाई शिक्षा दिनु हाम्रो सामाजिक उत्तरदायित्व भएका कारणले गर्दा हाम्रै घरमा आफ्ना बच्चा बच्ची भए नभए तापनि समाजकै उत्थान गर्ने हाम्रो कर्तव्य भएकाले गर्दा त्यस कारणले हामीले यो सबैको कर्तव्य बोध गरेर यो यसमा सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ अथवा काम भाग लिनुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा भन्नुहुँदैछ. So now the next question, Dr. Reed, is what measures are in place to ensure transparency and accountability in the use of levy funds, and how will the community be kept informed? You've partially answered that before in your third question, but this is also a specific question that was sent to me by the audience earlier.
Yeah, no problem. So continuing to, I call it, be very transparent on decision making, being able to identify data to support the reason why we make decisions. So, for example, I can give you an example of one. When I was brought on board, we had a lot of staff who had left the districts. When I say the district central office leadership, and so I had audits done, reviews. That's what an audit is, and a review of a department or area. So our human resources department had a review done. Our academic area of the district had a review done, and our special ed area had a review done. And so based on that, they gave us recommendations on what we needed to do to be effective and to meet the needs of our kids. All of our decisions have been made with those recommendations in mind. So the goal is to get better and make sure that we're meeting the needs of schools, of our students. In addition to that, that's how we make decisions. And we will continue to do that. People watch our board meetings. People can reach out to me. My parent Congress, again, they ask questions and I respond to them. And so it's just about, I call it, being honest about what the needs of the district are and letting people know this is how we're going to address it.
थ्याङ्क यू. उहाँलाई सोधेको थियो प्रश्न चाहिँ अब स्कुलमा लेभी त बढाइन्छ, ठिक छ, बढाइसकेपछि यसको पारदर्शिता कसरी देखाउने र जो जनमानसमा यसको स्पष्टीकरण कसरी दिने भन्ने कुरा उहाँ सोधिएको थियो प्रश्नमा. उहाँको जवाब छ यसको कुरा जब म स्कुलमा काम गर्न थालिसके पछाडि धेरैजना मान्छेहरूले स्कुलमा डिस्ट्रिक्टमा काम गर्ने मान्छेले काम छोड्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो. छोड्दै गरेको अवस्थामा किन छोडे भन्ने कुरालाई अडिट गराएर हेरियो. अडिट गराएपछि अडिटले कस्तो कुरा निर्णय दियो, उहाँले कस्ता कस्ता काम गर्न सल्लाह दिनुभयो. त्यो सल्लाह मुताबिक हामीले काम गर्न सुरु गर्यौं. स्टुडेन्ट प्यारेन्ट टिचर कङ्ग्रेस हुन्छ, त्यस कङ्ग्रेसमा सुपरिन्टेन्डेन्ट प्यारेन्ट कङ्ग्रेस हुन्छ. कङ्ग्रेसमा पनि उहाँहरूले सोधेको प्रश्नको जवाब म दिने गर्छु. अरू ठाउँमा स्कुल बोर्डमा पनि जवाब दिने गर्छु. सकेसम्म जति ठाउँमा मान्छेका प्रश्नहरू आउँछ त्यसको जवाब दिने र हामीले सही तरिकाले काम गर्ने गर्छौं भन्नुभयो. Thank you. Now one question, Dr. Reed, I don't know whether you will be answering this question or not. So yes, for me personally, I'm speaking, definitely we should vote for this levy. I am telling this is my point, and I'm asking all the audience who are watching, please come out and vote for these things. This is not Dr. Reed not telling, but I am telling because she is not allowed by law to tell yes or no, but I am allowed to do that. म यसमा भोट गर्छु त तपाई हामी सबैजनाले भोट गर्नुपर्छ यी कारणले गर्दाखेरि. अब म उहाँलाई क्वेशन सोध्दैछु, यो पास भएन भने यसको खतरा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त भन्ने सोच्छु, तपाईहरु सुन्नु होला. So Dr. Reed, next question is, yes, what will happen if this levy were not to pass?
That's a great question. Right now, my leadership team is discussing and looking at our expenditures to figure out what we can cut. We have a special board meeting scheduled for October the 2nd. I believe it's at 5 o'clock. And we will be talking about the consequences if the levy does not pass. And they will share what potential cuts could be, and what the consequences or ramifications of those cuts. Nothing will happen like the day after the election, but we would be looking to decrease some of our expenditures to be able to accommodate or lessen the deficit spending. The board would have to approve anything that we decided. So it is not just up to me. The board members would have to vote to approve any recommendations for reductions in expenditures.
उहाँले त्यो प्रश्नको उत्तर दिनुभएको छ, आधा उधी दिनुभयो। अब इलेक्सनको भोलिपल्ट त्यस्तो के हुन्छ भने तपाईँ नचिताउनु होला। अक्टोबर 2 तारिक, यो आउने महिनाको अक्टोबर 2 तारिक मङ्गलबार पर्छ, बेलुका 5 बजे रेनोल्ड्सबर्ग सिटी स्कुलको स्पेशल बोर्ड मिटिङ हुन्छ। त्यो बोर्ड मिटिङमा यो लेभी पास भएन भने के हुन्छ, के हुने सक्ने सम्भावना छ भन्ने विषयमा छलफल हुँदैछ। पहिलो कुरा त तपाईँ हामी त्यहाँ गएर हेर्नु पर्यो। दोस्रो कुरा, कतिवटा कुरामा काट्नु पर्ने हो, खर्च कटौत गर्नुपर्ने हो भन्ने कुराको पनि देखिन सकिन्छ। जस्तो कि उहाँले सबै त भन्नु भएन, जस्तो काट्नुपर्ने खर्च काट्नुपर्ने कुरामा कतिवटा स्कुलको तातो चिसो पनि बन्द गर्नुपर्ने कुरा हुन सक्छ, किनभने तातो चिसो तिर्नका लागि त्यसको लागि पैसा नहुन सक्छ। कतिवटा स्कुलमा अफिसर राख्न नसक्ने अवस्था हुन सक्छ, कतिवटा स्कुलमा एसिस्टेन्ट प्रिन्सिपल राख्न नसक्ने अवस्था हुन्छ। यस्ता धेरैवटा कुराहरू हुन सक्ने सम्भाव्य छन्, जहाँ कि हामी यो पास भयो भने हाम्रो महिनाको 20, 30, 40 डलर, 50 डलर बढ्ला अरे एकजना एउटा घर बराबर हामी सबैले तिर्नुपर्ने, एकजनामा सबैले तिर्नुपर्ने हो। तर घट्दाखेरि भनेको हाम्रा नानीलाई प्रत्यक्ष रूपमा असर पर्न सक्छ भन्ने कुरो यसको देखिएको छ। र सबैजनालाई म बिन्ती गर्छु, हामीले यसका लागि वकालत गरौँ, सबैजना भेटौँ र यसका लागि हामीले सहयोग गरेर पास गर्न जाउँ। Now we have 3 more minutes to go, Dr. Reed. We started at 8:30, right? Yes,
Yes.
9:30 is the time. So yes. So now I have one more question. Will the levy fund be used? Okay, let me not ask that question, but let me go back to a specific one. So there are multiple questions. I have so many questions here, but I'm not going to ask all. So one question on top. We have Hannah Ashton Middle School here, which is lying there. Is there any plan for Hannah Ashton in the future? Will this levy be used to bring that back? Will not be doing, you told that part, but that was the question being asked multiple times by many people.
Okay, so no, the levy money would not be used to refurbish Hannah Ashton.
You lag, Dr. Lig, Dr. Reed. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Reed, for whatever reason I could not hear you. मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ, हाम्रो हेना एस्टन मिडल स्कुल जो छ, त्यो हेना एस्टन मिडल स्कुललाई अगाडि तान्नुहुन्छ कि के गर्नुहुन्छ त पैसा यो लेभी गयो भने भनेको थिएँ। उहाँले भन्नुहुँदैछ हेना एस्टन मिडल स्कुललाई हामी ल्याउँदैनौँ भन्दै हुँदैछ। I could not hear the answer, Dr. Reed, because there's a lagging in the internet for whatever reason, because we are towards the end of the time. So is there anything else that you want to add, because we could not hear that before?
Oh, so no, the levy money would not go to repair Hannah Ashton and to use it. Right now, we're just using it as storage. No, I encourage people, if they have additional questions that were not answered, they can submit them at superintendent@ren.org, and we will get them an answer. We update our frequently asked questions probably every week to week and a half, so they can look forward to an answer. And then we also will have this special board meeting on October 2nd. And so we'll start to begin the conversations of what will happen if the levy does not pass.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Reed. We are right on time. So thank you for whatever you do in our community, in our school. Thank you so much. And you've been always been very helpful for answering all of my questions since the beginning. You came to the district, personally speaking, and also to the community with the school superintendent congress and being a part of that congress. Also, I found very helpful going and talking to you and finding the answers. सो सबैजना अडियन्सहरू जो जो हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँहरूलाई पनि आएर पार्टिसिपेट गरिदिनु भएकोमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु र कृपया गरेर नबिर्सिकन यो भिडियो सेयर गरिदिनु होला तपाईँका केही प्रश्न भयो भने लेखिदिनु होला तपाईँलाई यहाँनिर प्रश्न अझै धेरै भएका छन् भने ती प्रश्नहरूलाई पनि लेखिदिनु होला र यो हाम्रो गाउँघरमा हाम्रा नानीहरूका लागि हामीले नि भाग लिएर यो काममा अगाडि बढाएन भने अर्काले गर्दैन यो स्कुललाई यथावत राख्न शिक्षामा बढोत्तरी गर्न शिक्षा राम्रो चाहिन्छ भनेर हामीले साँच्चै भन्नुपर्छ भने हाम्रो देश पनि शिक्षा नभएको कारणले छोड्यौँ शरणार्थी शिविरमा हुँदा दुःख चपेटेर बस्यौँ र अमेरिका आएपछि के हुन्छ कि भन्दाखेरि अहिले हाम्रो हातमा छ हामीले नि भाग लिएर यो स्कुलको लेभललाई पास गराउनुपर्छ तपाईँलाई के प्रश्न भयो भने कृपया मलाई सोध्नु होला हो अलिकति हाम्रो 50-60-100 बढ्ला अरे महिनामारी सालको 1000-1200 बढ्ला अरे तर त्यसको खतरा के छ त भन्दा धेरै ठुलो खतरा छ हाम्रो नानीहरूलाई भर दिन हुने र खतराबाट बच्नका लागि हामीले अहिले पाइलो उठाएन भने हामी पक्का पनि अन्धकारमा जान्छौँ So Dr. Reed, what I'm telling to my audience is that if we do not act right now, we're heading to a disaster. So I'm requesting all my audience that make sure you vote for this levy. You cannot tell, but I can tell as a parents and as an audience, as a community member. So I'm requesting that we all together come out and vote and make sure that we pass this levy in coming year. Dr. Reed, do you want to say anything else towards the end?
No, I just want to say thank you to you for all of your support. Every time I ask, you are always there. So I really, really appreciate you and all that you do for Reynoldsburg, the city of Reynoldsburg and Reynoldsburg City School. So thank you so very much.
Thank you.